As the first light of dawn spills across an endless stretch of highway, silence reigns where engine roars once ruled. A family glides through the landscape, the world outside just waking up. The only sound within is the quiet hum of electrons surging through modern engineering. Around a bend, a network of charging stations glows like beacons in the twilight, promising freedom, range, and a new definition of possibility. 2025 is not just another serial on the automotive calendar. It's the year when electric SUVs finally became more than pioneers, they became the default. Government incentives multiply across continents, conversations at kitchen tables drift from horsepower to kilowatt hours. Consumers, once skeptical, now crave silent performance, clean energy, and family-friendly practicality. Brands fight a new war, not over displacement or cylinders, but over battery density, software intuitiveness, and what it truly means to drive. Today, Autopedia invites you onto the open road, into the heart of electrification, to discover the 10 midsize SUVs that reimagine the shape of mobility for the decade ahead. The EV revolution, midsize SUVs, take center stage. SUVs began as rugged companions for dirt and distance, promising room, safety, and sightlines above the masses. In the fossil-fueled past, midsize models became the middle ground, enough for urban families but able to conquer a mountain pass or a snowstorm with ease. Then came the electric shift, a transformation powered by algorithms, rare earth chemistry, and global ambition. Battery innovations. By 2025, range anxiety is a relic for those who still remember lead-acid batteries. Modern midsize SUVs boast battery packs upward of 100 kilowatt-hours, delivering distances once reserved for luxury sedans, sometimes over 800 kilometers, across 500 miles on a single charge. Ultra-fast DC charging stations multiply at service plazas, turning 30-minute coffee breaks into full refuels. Solid-state prototypes tease even more. Denser cells, quicker cycles, longer lives. Charging infrastructure. The world's highways and cities transform. In Europe, the Autobahn's rest stops retrofit gigawatt stations. In America, fast-charging veins thread from east to west. China leads with seamless payment via phone and AI, operators maximizing uptime. These aren't gas pumps, these are digital lifelines, monitored by satellites and upgradable overnight. Consumer expectations. No longer mere early adopters, buyers demand style and comfort indistinguishable from luxury flagships. Interior designers exploit the absence of a transmission tunnel, creating open, minimalist cabins saturated with recycled materials, ambient light, and interactive touchscreens. Ride quality ceases to be a compromise, as low battery centers of gravity rival sports sedans for handling. And everyone expects their SUV to receive regular over-the-air software upgrades, adding features or improving efficiency long after purchase. Global competition. Europe sees BMW, Mercedes, Volvo, and Audi clash over design purity and software sophistication. The United States leans into muscle with Ford, Tesla, and Chevrolet, framing their electric SUVs as family haulers first. Asia, especially South Korea and China, pushes value and technology. Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan luring buyers with lower prices but competitive specs. The result, a marketplace where range, luxury, and connected experiences have replaced the horsepower arms race, and where the winner isn't simply the fastest, but the smartest, most soulful. Ranking methodology. How Autopedia chose the best. For this year's definitive midsize electric SUV ranking, our expert team blended the rigor of engineering with the insight of historians. Because the best electric SUV is more than numbers, it's a promise kept for families and enthusiasts alike. Criteria: transparent and fair. Design, shape, stance, and storytelling. How the SUV looks and feels inside and out. Range, real-world rural and city performance, measured across climates and driving styles. Performance, acceleration, top speed, handling on twisty roads, overtaking ability, and driver engagement. Price, affordability versus luxury. We considered both base MSRP and likely incentives. Practicality, cargo room, seating, configurability, safety systems, and charging flexibility. Technology, infotainment, autonomy, software update reliability, and ecosystem integration. Scores are normalized for regional pricing and market availability. Each candidate was tested in simulated family scenarios, long highway journeys, winter mornings, and late-night urban commutes. The following list is the result, a top 10 that reflects both technical excellence and emotional connection. The top 10 midsize electric SUVs of 2025 represent not just technological evolution, but a fundamental change in how families, commuters, and enthusiasts interact with the road. Each model arrives with its own narrative, a blend of national character, brand vision, and everyday utility, woven into a new era of silent, sustainable motion. Number 10. Toyota BZ4X, a new kind of simplicity. Early morning light falls across the angular lines of the BZ4X as it silently rolls through a sleeping neighborhood, its presence almost meditative. This SUV isn't made to turn heads on every street corner or dominate a lane with aggression. Instead, Toyota's approach here is humility with intent, decluttered, unpretentious, and efficient. Drawing on the Japanese philosophy of just enough, the BZ4X's minimalist silhouette is paired with thoughtful touches, a sloped roofline that invites aerodynamic calm, squared haunches whispering quiet strength. Inside, the experience is no less deliberate. Open, uncluttered spaces feature sustainable new materials, and a horizontally mounted touchscreen harmonizes technology with tranquility. In an age of digital confusion, the interface here is direct. Minimal menus, logical controls, and everything exactly where a family needs it. The lateral space, free from obtrusive center tunnels, allows children to tumble across seats on long journeys and adults to stretch an elbow room that feels almost luxurious. On the move, the BZ4X replaces drama with confidence. At modest speeds, the 201 horsepower output is more than sufficient, gliding confidently through traffic or easing onto motorways. The 71.4 kilowatt-hour battery means the dreaded range anxiety dissipates, up to 500 kilometers of real-world travel, even when the schedule runs overtime. DC fast charging at around 150 kilowatt ensures city dwellers can top up in minutes, not hours, a reminder that efficiency is as much about smart engineering as raw numbers. The real magic, though, is in the drive. Quiet, composed, and inherently relaxing, a cocoon from urban chaos. For those chasing peace of mind, the BZ4X stands as a reliable anchor. It's not the most technologically loud or visually dramatic, and that's exactly its appeal. In a fast-changing world, sometimes reliability is the greatest innovation of all. Number 9. Nissan Ariya, the zen of motion. Imagine stepping into the Ariya as dusk settles over city streets. Gentle ambient illumination guides your way, the floating center console curving like a bridge out of a futuristic anime. Nissan calls the design language timeless futurism. Every element is an act of calm and intent, a sanctuary from the relentless pace outside. Slip into lounge-like heated seats, and the Ariya's cabin proves more meditative studio than mechanical workspace. The flat floor is an invitation to stretch out, and the sliding console adjusts freely to driver or passenger need. Family road trips become tranquil, not crowded. The star of the show, however, is Nissan's E4 Orse all-wheel drive, harmonizing each wheel's response for surprising agility in corners and unflappable calm in winter weather. Beneath its serenity lies technical substance. An 87 kilowatt-hour battery provides up to 500 kilometers of range, and even the more modest variants exceed 300, a testament to the brand's lessons from early EV experiments. Drivers command up to 389 horsepower at their beck and call, making every green light a chance to glide forward effortlessly, sans strain or drama. 130 kilowatt fast charging fits family errands or spontaneous escapes perfectly. Ariya's magic is its peaceful confidence, never flashy but always present. For $50,000, it's a portal to a more tranquil world. Peaceful, poised, and quietly confident, the Ariya is electric serenity on wheels. Number 8. Polestar 4, Swedish future, redefined. As you approach Polestar 4, it's clear this vehicle isn't content to follow. There's no rear window, an audacious design choice replaced by a high-resolution digital screen, providing a cinematic, unobstructed rear view. The coupe-inspired body narrows the gap between sports car desire and SUV practicality, while vegan interior materials set a high mark for sustainable luxury. The ambient light shifts as you settle into the cabin, panoramic glass opening up views of city skylines or forests rushing by. With more than 600 kilometers of range and power up to 544 horsepower from dual motors, the Polestar 4 is forever ready to pounce. Instant acceleration, surgical handling, Scandinavian poise. Charging is equally modern. Over 200 kilowatt DC for rapid top-ups, making spontaneous adventure a reality. Inside, the future is digital native. The interface runs on Google's Android Automotive OS, meaning live Google Maps Assistant and the world's information are always at hand. No phone tethering required. It's a cocoon of quiet, quick-witted control. And for $56,000, $55,000, drivers aren't just buying a car, they're embracing an ethos, a vision of driving where beauty, ethics, and future tech converge. In a world of copy-paste EVs, Polestar 4 is a glimpse of the future, stylish, pure, and quietly rebellious. Number 7. Audi Q6 e-tron, Teutonic Precision Electric Rhythm. The Q6 e-tron is Audi's answer to those who crave precision without sacrificing creativity. Sweep your eyes along its length. Solid, athletic creases, illuminated LED bars, and a stance that radiates confidence without coercion. Open the door, and you're welcomed into Germany's next great digital cockpit. Dual screens, tactile real aluminum accents, and seats sculpted for both luxury and support. Underneath, a cutting-edge 100-plus kilowatt-hour battery offers up to 650 kilometers of range, making trans-European travel a single-charge affair. All-wheel drive and 382 horsepower provide the dynamic punch, while advanced adaptive suspension irons out cobblestones and autobahn alike, subtle sportiness at any speed. Charging is a flash. 270 kilowatt DC ensures that even the busiest schedules aren't derailed by long stops. Tech-savvy luxury drivers will find a friend in the Q6. The infotainment is sharp, the navigation intuitive, and every software update brings new features directly from Audi's innovation labs. At $70,000 or $68,000, it's a calculated but passionate leap into the next era of premium mobility. Quiet determination and relentless innovation, the Q6 e-tron redefines premium kilowatt by kilowatt. Number 6. Volvo EX90, Scandinavian Serenity. Volvo's EX90 stands at the edge of a pine forest at dawn, its sleek body catching the sun in metallic ripples. Here, Swedish design doesn't whisper, it sings. The exterior, honed for aerodynamic efficiency, combines closed grills, flush door handles, and intricate pixel LED lighting that responds to each moment on the road. Step inside, and a wave of calm envelops you. The cabin uses recycled and bio-based textiles, soft wool, and sun-bleached lightwood. The seating for up to 7 is not only spacious, but adjustable in both second and third rows, granting each passenger their own piece of tranquility. At the heart is a towering 15-inch vertical touchscreen that acts as the hive mind, AI-infused voice controls, Google integration, and a new generation of safety tech. LiDAR atop the windshield for real-time 360-degree monitoring, radar protecting children and pets, climate zoned for every row, and new driver assistance that's as smooth as breathing. The EX90's 100 kilowatt-hour battery delivers up to 600 kilometers of range and 402 horsepower of dual motor power. Charging peaks at 250 kilowatt, so a week's worth of school runs or commutes are easily managed in one stop. Every drive is a lesson in comfort, with double wishbone suspension for agility and available air suspension for glide-like journeys. For around $80,000, $76,000, the EX90 is both practical and profound. A new benchmark for families who see the vehicle not just as transport, but as a sanctuary. When silence is safety, the EX90 is peace moving us forward. Number 5. Mercedes EQE SUV, Electric Elegance. In a city suspended between the dusk-lit past and a spotlighted future, the Mercedes EQE SUV glides, an ambassador of electric elegance. The continuous, glassy hyperscreen arcs nearly the entire width of the dashboard, turning driving into a digital art show, while ambient lighting gently shifts to suit the mood. Every detail whispers legacy. The luxuriously appointed interior is pure S-Class, augmented reality navigation overlays, fragrance climate systems, intricate wood and metal. But underneath the old-world charm is a technological leviathan, a near 100 kilowatt-hour battery, a range up to 700 kilometers, 402 horsepower, and some of the smoothest adaptive suspensions in the world. With 170 kilowatt DC fast charging, a packed week needs only a single full stop, not a string of anxious pauses. The EQE prioritizes discretion over drama, delivering a magic carpet experience that feels almost preternatural. This is the bar against which future electric luxury is judged. Owners pay around 85,000 euros, $80,000 for a seat at this table. In a world that once worshipped the growl of an AMG, the EQE SUV makes silence the new status symbol. Number 4. Kia EV9, the friendly giant, towering yet soft, The Kia EV9 redefines what's possible in family transport, bringing 3 rows of seating and lounge-like comfort to a bold, futuristic exterior. City driving is unexpectedly effortless. Visibility is first-rate, the turning radius competitive with much smaller SUVs, and even parking is handled by remote smart parking assist. You step out, the car parks itself. Open the doors and you're greeted by a cabin that doesn't just fit everyone, but celebrates them. Twin 12.3-inch screens technology, deep door bins, climate zones for every row, and even sustainable seat fabrics made from ocean plastics. Reconfigure the seating for a soccer squad or a week's groceries. It's always practical. The 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery, twinned with Audi and up to 379 horsepower, makes for brisk acceleration. 0-100 km per hour in 5.3 seconds is verified by a grin on every passenger's face. And a range up to 560 kilometers means you'll run out of reasons to stop before you run out of charge. Kia didn't overlook safety. The EV9 boasts a 5-star Euro NCAP rating, a 360-degree camera, adaptive cruise control, and robust parking sensors. It pulls off the hardest trick in automotive design, delivering what's expected and surprising you at every turn. For €62,000 €55,000, it's a new definition of family adventure. Big-hearted, bold, sustainable, the EV9 turns every family trip into a new chapter. Number 3. Hyundai Ioniq 9. Electric ambition, redefined. The Hyundai Ioniq 9 doesn't just arrive, it commands. Longer than a Range Rover, wider than most luxury liners, this 7-seater is Hyundai's boldest attempt yet to fuse space, technology, and pure electric muscle into one seamless package. From the outside, the Ioniq 9 speaks in lines and light, its elegant silhouette hiding a beast of engineering. Step inside and the cabin expands around you, available in both 6-seat and 7-seat layouts, where family and friends discover true comfort. Nappa leather swathes the calligraphy trim, ambient lighting dances across sculpted surfaces, and panoramic glass reveals a world moving swiftly by. Smart storage, a cavernous boot, and a frunk add day-to-day versatility, turning errands into effortless expeditions. Under the hood, every drivetrain variant offers permanently excited synchronous motors. The top performance AWD variant thunders with up to 320 kilowatt, 435 horsepower, and a monumental 700 Nm torque, rocketing from 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.2 seconds, muscle usually reserved for performance icons. The battery is one of the largest in class at 100.3 kilowatt-hours, yielding up to 600 kilometers, 385 miles WLT-rated range on long-range RWD and around 500 kilometers for AWD models. Ultra-fast 800-volt charging architecture means you power up from 10% to 80% in just 24 minutes at peak 350 kilowatt stations, so cross-country trips can be planned around coffee breaks, not charging stops. The Ioniq 9's safety net is a fortress. Hyundai's SmartSense delivers rear-side blind spot assist, multi-collision braking, adaptive cruise, and highway driving assist too, a suite that can steer, follow, and lane change nearly autonomously. Towing capacity, up to 2,500 kg, making family adventures effortless, even on steep gradients. In a cabin where every passenger feels seen, where every drive is a demonstration of smooth authority, the Ioniq 9 signals Hyundai's leap from contender to segment leader. Its electric ambition made real, from $64,995, $79,009 for the top trims. Big ideas demand bold shape. The Ioniq 9 is electric vision rendered in sculpted steel and light. Number 2. 2026 Mercedes GLC EV. Heritage reinvented. If the Mercedes EQE SUV sets the tone for luxury, the 2026 GLC EV refines and reinvents it for the global family. The GLC's proportions are classic but striking. Elegant roofline, powerhouse stance, and signature LED lamps, a tribute to generations of Mercedes design. But beneath the timeless exterior, revolution is in the details. Inside, expect a sanctuary crafted from recycled leathers, brushed aluminum, and the latest generation of the Mercedes MBUX dashboard, faster, smarter, and more intuitive. Augmented reality merges with tactile control. Intelligent ambient lighting responds not just to day or night, but to mood and weather. The seats are engineered for cloud-like comfort, and noise insulation borders on surreal. Urban chaos outside, life at peace within. Performance is sharper than ever. The latest GLC EV rides on a cutting-edge electric architecture, likely offering dual or tri-motor AMG variants. Instant torque, and new heights of charging velocity surpassing previous 400-volt systems. Estimates are 800 volts architecture with 350 kilowatts fast charging. Early test cycles hint at 480 to 600 km WLTP range, up to 400 horse-P, and dynamic torque vectoring that can turn snowy corners into ballet stages. Safety remains fundamental, an envelope of radar, LiDAR, and stereo cameras, coupled with Mercedes' world-class crash engineering. Families find 3-zone climate control, digital parent profiles for personalized drive and media, and boot space generous enough for the longest holiday. Expected price? Likely in the $74,000 to $90,000 segment, pitting it against the EQE and rivals at the top of the premium ESUV arena. In a lineage built on innovation, the GLC EV is the spark that lights Mercedes' journey into the electric future. Heritage reinvented. Number 1. BMW iX3 Neue Klasse, new benchmark. The iX3 Neue Klasse continues to reign, a model now renowned as the gold standard for 2025 and into the future. With its 108 kilowatt-hour battery and WLTP range of up to 805 kilometers, the Neue Klasse is more than a car, it's a philosophy. Everything, from the precision of the steering to the calm of its sustainable interior, reflects BMW's quest for emotional, technical, and environmental mastery. The cabin welcomes with advanced heart-of-joy interfaces, choreography of digital feedback, and a space where technology, luxury, and tradition coalesce. Each kilometer traversed in the iX3 is a silent testament to the legacy of German engineering, now powered by instant, emission-free torque and the certainty of charging at up to 400 kilowatts, faster than stopping for a coffee. As you look across this expanded field, the precise German luxury of BMW and Mercedes, the boldness and intelligence of Hyundai's Ioniq 9, and the unique style and excellence of every other contender, the midsize electric SUV is revealed not just as a transport solution, but as a canvas on which the future of mobility is being painted. Every chapter in this countdown is its own story, yet together, they point toward the next era. Journeys that are effortless, sustainable, and deeply personal. Tomorrow's roads will belong to those who innovate with empathy and vision, and these are the machines leading the way. So, viewer, now the road is yours. Which midsize electric SUV will you choose for the next decade? Mark your pick and let Autopedia drive you deeper into what's next.